Welcome back to more Outdoors on News Talk 560 KLDI. This is Chester Moore. I'm going to talk to you about Premier Yamaha Boating Center. Premier Yamaha Boating Center are the elite, awesome boating center in Southeast Texas with incredible brands, all powered by Yamaha outboards. We have Mayak, which is an incredible flat fishing boat, gaining a lot of steam here in Southeast Texas. Ranger for the bass fishermen. Sea Fox Express, the original all-wood aluminum boat. I have one in my driveway. Stratus, Frontier, Pathfinder, and Sea Fox. And these guys know what's going on. They have qualified boating experts, qualified fishing experts to match you with the kind of boat you want to go fishing, boating, whatever you need for your real serious hardcore outdoors experience, or maybe just for going out and taking the family for a beautiful day on the water. Premier Yamaha Boating Center is the place to go. They're located on College in Beaumont, I-45 at the Airtex exit in Houston, North Wheeler and Jasper, and Aransas Pass and Corpus Christi locations. You can find a Premier Yamaha Boating Center near you, and they will hook you up with exactly what you need to get out in the water, catch more fish, enjoy time in the great outdoors. Here at Tiger Creek Refuge in beautiful Tyler, Texas, my favorite city in deep East Texas here is Tyler. It's just an incredible area up here, watching the sun kind of peeking below the trees right now, and there's some lions and tigers, and there's no bears, but there are leopards, so we can count lions, tigers, and leopards, oh my. Even a few bobcats and cougars out there. Incredible place, Tiger Creek. You can check it out at www.tigercreek.org. We've been talking about what was the genesis of Tiger Creek, which is the Tiger Missing Link Foundation, and how they were wanting to genetically study these cats and figure out what was going on with tigers, because a lot of this stuff isn't known. And, you know, what's happening right now, we're in a very unique place, and quite honestly a frightening place in conservation, because what's happening in the worldwide economy right now. I'm seeing a lot of things that I thought were going to happen a year ago start to happen with fish and game departments' budgets, all kind of budgets being just slashed completely, and things like if you're looking at balancing the budget and you have a grant to go study tiger genetics that's a federal government grant or something, that doesn't oppress a lot of politicians in Washington. So it's going to take private individuals with a passion for the resource to do this. And I know there are so many people out there listening that want to help, that want to really learn about what to do with big cats and things like this. I mean, you know, the bulk of my show, More Outdoors, it is and always will be hunting and fishing. I mean, I'm a hunting and fishing guy. But we always talk about wildlife. And any time I want the phones to light up, all I got to talk about the big cats. The phones immediately light up. Everybody has a report or a recollection or a question about these majestic animals, you know. And I wrote an article. It was actually for my blog at Texas Fish and Game's website, fishgame.com, called The Scrapbook. And this scrapbook was my dad and I would sit in my dad's lap when I was a kid. We couldn't really afford to do a whole lot of hunting and fishing. We did, you know, bank fishing and a little bit of hunting on my aunt's property, but I had big dreams. And I could afford to save up all my coins, go to the thrift store, and we would buy all the hunting and fishing magazines, right? And we would clip out pictures. And I got to admit, when I was a kid, I'd have shot anything. It was bad. It was not good. You know, I'm more of a conservationist now. I look back, there are pictures, I kid you not, of koalas in my book. You know, and I probably shot it as a kid. I mean, I was, you know, a little crazy redneck kid from Southeast Texas, you know. But what I noticed in the pictures, I always had a lot of pictures of not just a guy posing with a big deer, of wildlife, of big cats, of bears, of elephants, of Cape buffalo, and wolves and all this stuff, and it captivated me, and it did something to me. And I've never been the same, you know. And what's interesting about being in a place like this is it's a more intimate experience than a zoo. I love zoos. I go to zoos all the time. They're great. Every city I go to the zoo. You name the city, I can tell you about the zoo there, okay? But it's more of an intimate experience where maybe you can come with your family and take the tour and go through and see and learn more about, ask some more in-depth questions. And looking out there, I mean, you're going to see stuff here at Tiger Creek that's not at your typical place. There are a few tigers out here. They look like a giant tabby house cat. And I've never seen tigers. I never heard of tigers like this until I came to Tiger Creek. Tell us about Arula and that bunch of tigers.
Yeah, we have what's called golden tabby tigers, and they're kind of unique because they have red stripes instead of black stripes. You know, everybody's fascinated with the white tiger because it's different than your regular tiger, but these golden tabbies are really kind of different. They're one of my favorites. They say there's less than 100 in the world, so we have 3 of them. We have 2 females and an unrelated male. And again, it's just a Bengal tiger. Bengals are the only ones we know of that carry a recessive gene of being white, snow white, or this golden tabby. So they really have captured people's attention because they are very different.
Well, you know, most people know of the white tiger originally gets from Siegfried and Roy, the magicians who had the show with all the white tigers, and it was an incredible show. I went to it before that incident that happened. Everybody knew about, you know. And we'll maybe talk about that incident a little bit later because I think a lot of people have misconception about what really happened at that deal. But you know, those white tigers captivated people. They still have them at the Mirage Casino Hotel out there in Las Vegas. You can go through and see the white tigers. People are like, oh, that's amazing. But this is even rarer, and in my opinion, even more beautiful. There's something about these. Like if you have a big, beautiful tabby house cat just crawls up in your lap, picture one that weighs 350 pounds. We got them right out here. It's an incredible. It shows the variation of wildlife. And, you know, we have Chester's Critter Cam that run every Thursday in the Port Arthur News and Orange Leader newspapers. And we had, last year we had Pinky the dolphin. Okay, Pinky is the dolphin. It's the Pepto-Bismol pink, a kid you not colored dolphin, an albino dolphin on Lake Calcasieu, Louisiana. It captivated people, and that is that recessive trait. It's something that just pops up every once in a while. It's you can call it a freak, a mutation, whatever, but to me it's more of a variety in nature, more of a beautiful thing. And people don't realize there are a lot of these things that pop up in nature from time to time, and you guys are showing that here. You also have a white tiger here, right?
Yes, we do have the white tiger. You know, again, everybody loves white tigers, so we do have one here. And I think the biggest misconception of white tigers, they are not albinos. They are still just a tiger, just white instead of the orange. They have the blue eyes. And so, yeah, we do have one. She's very beautiful, and so you can definitely come see her, too.
Yeah, white tigers, tabby tigers, giant tigers, Indo-Chinese tigers, Bengal tigers, Siberian tigers, lots of tigers here. It's called Tiger Creek, go figure. But it's an amazing thing, you know, and I have a small group of kids, boys, 4th and 5th grade boys that I work with on Wednesday nights at my kids' church, and they call me Mr. Wildman, okay? And my children's pastor named me Mr. Wildman because I did a segment where about every other week I would go catch some kind of a critter, usually a snake, a lizard, or a turtle, something easy, and bring it up there and show the kids. Well, they all love it, and if they're acting bad, they bribe me by this. Tell us animal stories. Tell us about animals, you know. The other night, they were acting pretty bad. You know, one of them was like, well, it'd be good if you tell us animal stories. So at the end, I said, if you're good, I'll tell you a story about tigers, okay? So we talked about big cats. And before I went back into the tiger thing, I said, all right, kids, what is the biggest cat in the world? And they got all kind of guesses. Well, the first one said a lion, you know, which is a good guess. They're a very big cat. But the largest cat in the world is actually the Siberian tiger. You know, there's one out here, and I don't think they've ever measured him, but I wouldn't doubt this Catamir is 10 or 11 feet long, at least. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, he's just unbelievable. And they didn't really know that cat got big. And it's funny when you start asking kids these questions, because they come with some wild answers. I mean, I had a kid say bobcat, you know, and I'm going, you know. But what that shows is a level of education. You know, I have a couple of kids in my group that really have kind of a budding interest in wildlife of some sort. You got some that are just casual, but the thing is, I've never seen a kid, even the ones that are completely addicted to electronic devices, when you start talking about tigers and bears and sharks and stuff like that, they light up. They're really fascinated by this, and when you can show them a picture or take them out to a place, it's important. I know you've been out here doing this for a while, and how important do you think it is to show kids this, and what are some of your experiences you've had where kids just come in here and go, wow, I didn't know this existed?
The kids are, of course, the best thing, and, you know, that typical saying, they're the next generation that's going to take over, they're our ambassadors and stuff. You know, kids are amazing, and kids, even though we're out here in the country, we're surrounded by cows, horses, all that, kids are so far removed from nature these days. And I think God, you know, inherently put into us this connection with nature. So a lot of people don't know why they want a dog or a cat or to go see animals at a zoo. It's because that's what we're connected to. Nature is what we're part of. So teaching these kids, and even adults who don't know the difference between a lion and tiger, is like the most amazing thing, because that's what we're all about, is education. We want them to know why they exist, why it's important to have them, and the difference between these animals. And the neat thing about, I think, coming here to Tiger Creek is that you get to ask us questions. When you go to a zoo, zoos are great, but a lot of times you're just reading the little boards and the little signs and stuff like that. Here, you can ask us, how much does this cat eat? What does he eat? How come he lays around so much? And kids, they just light up. And, of course, especially for little boys, the bigger the animal, the badder it is.
Little boys, there's one that's going to be 38 on Monday, and he has a ponytail and a beard, and he's doing the radio show here, and every time I come, Terry goes, let's go see him here. She takes me right to the back to show me this gigantic, all us boys like the giant stuff, the scary stuff, and I'm going to post some pictures of Amir sometime tomorrow on my Facebook. I got a picture of him standing up finally, and it's amazing. So we're all tuned into this stuff, and I've had the number one compliment I've ever had, and I am so blessed and so thankful to get to be on KLVI every Friday. It's a station I grew up listening to Al Caldwell and Jim Love and all the other guys who've been there so many years. The thing I am so charged about is I constantly get this compliment. I don't hunt or fish, but I listen to More Outdoors. And I'm like, wow. And it's because I always tie in some kind of a just general wildlife thing. And everyone, I don't care if you're a stockbroker, I don't care if you're a policeman, I don't care if you've never hunted and fished, or if you're a trapper or a hunter or a fisher or a commercial fisherman, you're fascinated about something in nature. Something out there will captivate you, I've had so many people when I do my critter cam thing, and they'll see like a bobcat or something that's like in a city park I got a picture of or something. They're blown away that that's around there, and it's because we have this inherent created nature to go out there. The good Lord made us into an image that the people that appreciate and want to conserve wildlife, and we've gotten away from that because of the city and all these wonderful things that we have. I love the electronic device. I'm not addicted, but I use them as a tool. At the same time, you can't disconnect from nature out there. And for all you parents out there, look, I know right now it's a tough time financially for a lot of people, and it really is. And that's why on this show we try to give you so many bank fishing destinations that you can use and public hunting information and stuff, because I know, and I will be completely honest, if it weren't for my position of being an outdoor writer, I wouldn't get to do a lot of stuff I do. I'm given a lot of these positions, and I take it, but I've always been perfectly honest. That's why I get to do a lot of this. I have that opportunity. But I never try to present it in such a way like, this is the only way to enjoy the great outdoors, because there are bank fishing and things like that. But if you can't afford to take your kid to Yellowstone, if you can't afford to do some of these other things, take a trip up to Tyler, come to Tiger Creek. Take them to the Houston Zoo. Take them somewhere where you can go out and just enjoy spending time in nature and dig a little bit deeper. I tell you what you can do. You can email me at SeymourOutdoors@yahoo.com, or go to my website, SeymourOutdoors.com. You have my contact information there, and I'll give you some ideas on some resources you can get. I can actually send you some PDF files of some species profiles and things your kids might be interested in, and let's try to together foster the half off price tickets. Terry's got an offer here. We're gonna do some cool things for you. What'd you say?
So if you go to his website and you write him, or you come here to Tiger Creek and say you heard us on the Chester Moore Show, we are going to give you half off on admission to Tiger Creek.
Oh, and that's an awesome thing. Thank you so much, Terry. We're going to do that. Tell you what, we'll put the Tiger Creek banner up on the website here in the next couple of days, and we'll do a little running promo on the site, and we'll do that to promote you guys coming up and seeing this stuff, because we want kids. And it's going to sound corny. It really is, but this is my heart. It hurts me to think there's a kid out there like me who was a little kid who sat in his dad's lap with a scrapbook of all the animals he wanted to go hunt and all the animals he wanted to go encounter, that might not get to do it because of the economy, or that might not get to do it because of some kind of situation. So anything that Terry or I can do or to facilitate that, just that interest, and a matter of fact, and I'll even take, we're going to take it up another notch. If you, and we'll do this thing as long as Terry wants to do it. If you come to Tiger Creek, or you email me and you're going to come to Tiger Creek and take up this offer, I will personally send you a hand sign one of my photos I took of one of the cats here, and give you that for your kid. You know, I'll give that way you have something to inspire them.